Hello friends and welcome to today's class. Today we're doing a 45-minute intermediate vinyasa flow and it's going to be focused on the posture headstand and more specifically the basket headstand, the one where you have your fingers interlaced and the palms of your hands are behind your head and you're squeezing your elbows in like this, as opposed to the tripod headstand where the hands are on the floor. If you've never done this before and if you're scared of falling perhaps, then you might want to clear some wall space, and at some point during the class when we are practicing the headstand, you can come close to the wall and use the wall for support in case you tip over. But I'm going to explain how to get into it, all the progressions, also what's needed to actually achieve headstand. Hopefully give you some tips along the way to help you improve and get to that inversion. Okay, so what you're going to need for today is a couple of blocks and one strap. And we're going to start in child's pose. So make your way down at the back of the mat somewhere. Bring the knees down, bring the big toes to touch. Allow the knees to be a little bit wider and fold the torso forward, relaxing your forehead onto the mat. If your forehead is not touching the mat, grab one of your blocks and place the block under your forehead. This is quite important for today because I want us to get used to the sensation of having our head touching the floor or the mat or the block in this case, because obviously that's needed for our headstand. So rest the forehead either on your block or on your mat. And take a few deep breaths here, starting to notice the body. Starting to connect with your breath. Take a deep inhalation in through your nose. Allow the ribcage to expand. And exhale completely all the air out through the mouth. Close the mouth and again inhale through your nose, deep breath in. Pause when you're full. Open the mouth, exhale completely. One more time like that. Inhale through your nose, deepest breath of your day. Brief pause at the top. And exhale all the air out. Really nice. Allow the breath to return back to our natural rhythm. And start to notice how your forehead or the part of your head that is touching the mat or the block is feeling. Does it feel uncomfortable? Is it a new sensation? Just notice and observe. Oftentimes, one of the mental barriers to getting into a headstand is that it feels weird on the head or too much. And when we're practicing, especially the basket headstand, it's actually about 80% of your weight is in your forearms and only 20% of the weight in your head or onto your head. So it's actually not that much pressure on the head. But of course, that requires a lot of upper body strength so that you can press your forearms down into the floor. And from here, either keeping your head on your block or on the floor, lift your hips up a little bit and roll onto the top of your head. If you're on a block, you might need to adjust it a little bit more forward maybe. And see if you can find the very crown of your head. Explore a little bit, move back and forth, maybe side to side, turning the head a little bit to the right or to the left. It's almost like you're massaging the crown of your head. It's a really great way to get used to putting pressure there, even locating that spot, which is obviously where you want to be balancing your headstand. Take one more deep breath here, exploring the crown of your head. And we'll slowly come back down. Move the block out to the side if you had it. Reach your arms forward, find length along the side of your body, come onto the fingertips of your hands. And slowly press yourself up into a tabletop position. Align the knees under the hips, spread through your fingers, and inhale, lift your chest, find your cow tilt, back bend here. Exhale, push the ground away, round your spine, cat, tuck the chin. And again, inhale, arch your spine, lift your gaze. Exhale, round your spine. You can move intuitively here, find any movements that feel good, breathing through your nose. One more round of breath here, inhale. And exhale. Come back to neutral spine and inhale, reach the right arm up to the sky, find the twist, look up. Exhale, thread the right arm under the left as you lower the arm to hover off the floor. And again, 3 more times. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, thread it under. And again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, thread under. One more like that. Inhale, reach. And exhale, thread under. Come back up, lower the right hand down. Second side, left arm, reach it up, look up. Twist and exhale, thread it under the right, reaching to the right, hovering the arm off the floor. Inhale, lift up, look up, twist. Exhale, thread under. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Return back to center. Tuck your toes and we're going to grab the strap now. Or if you don't have a strap, you can also use a belt or a towel even. Tuck your toes and sit your hips back over your heels. Make sure the pinky toes are tucked under as well. Open your strap out and we're going to do some shoulder flossing. So stretch the strap as much as you can. I mean, really pull it is what I mean. And straighten through your wrists. So no bending of the wrist like this. Keep your wrists straight. Arms are super straight. And we're going to inhale to reach the arms up overhead and then circle them back and down. It's quite annoying with the buckle. So I'm going to double my strap. The buckle making that noise. So keep going. Keep making your circles. Circling the arms back. And then up and forward. If it's too easy, you walk the hands closer to each other. If it's too difficult, you walk the hands further apart. Good, and keep breathing. Try to stay on the toes the whole time. If it's too intense, obviously release it, but see if you can challenge yourself a little bit. Because with this toe stand, we're stretching the base of the feet and we're mobilizing the feet, and it's really great to actually lengthen the fascia even from the toes all the way through the foot, and then later through the backs of the legs, the hamstrings, which will then help us get into that headstand. Because when you have open hamstrings, it's easier to walk the feet forward closer to your arms and then lift your legs up. I'll show you later. Or maybe you already know what I mean. You can visualize that. Okay, 1 more circle. Keep breathing. Hopefully I've been distracting you well enough with my little speech there. Okay, and release the strap. Really well done. Release your toes as well. You can tap the feet a little bit. And one more thing before we get into down dog. Grab your blocks and place them shoulder width apart at the top of the mat somewhere on the highest setting. We'll do cat, cow, puppy pose. So walk the knees back a little bit maybe, so that the hips are over your knees. Press your palms actively into the blocks. And we're going to find puppy, so arching your spine and dropping your chest down towards the floor. Obviously the chest doesn't come all the way to the floor. Keep looking forward. And here we're opening the shoulders and the upper back. Keep pressing your arms actively into the blocks. Elbows are super straight. Deep breaths. So for headstand, it's very important that we can get our elbows up towards the sky, so that basically when we're having our arms on the floor, the elbows are obviously on the floor and your head is on the floor. So it's very important. Keep staying in the pose. I'll just show you. It's very important that you can bring the elbows in the same line as the crown of your head. So that's why you need open shoulders right here. And that's why we're doing this puppy pose right now. Okay, and from here we're going to round the spine. Keep pressing the hands into the blocks. Keep looking forward, and it's kind of like you've tucked the tailbone. And then you allow your tailbone to point up to the sky as you melt the chest down, arching the spine. And again, you tuck the tailbone, you round through the spine, maybe like halfway. That's cat tilt. And then you arch the spine for cow tilt. It's kind of like with what we did earlier in tabletop, but now we're doing it with the hands on the blocks. Keep looking forward the entire time and keep pressing your hands down into the blocks, staying active through the arms. Inhale as you lift and you tuck the tailbone. Exhale as you lower and you arch the spine. 2 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. Slowly release. Let it go. Move the blocks to the side. And let's find downward facing dog. Press your hips back and up. And find any little movements that feel good for you right now here. Maybe pedaling your feet, bending one knee and then the other. Or maybe turning the toes to one side. Finding length along the side body, bending through the knees, pressing the hands down into the floor actively. And switching sides if you did that option. 1 more breath. And back to regular down dog. Inhale, reach your right leg up to the sky. Bend your knee and open your hip. Take a breath here. Inhale. And exhale, we'll step the right foot forward in between the hands. Drop the back knee down, untuck the toes, and inhale, reach your arms up for low lunge. Take a moment, sink your hips down, lift up through the chest. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale, lower the hands down and we'll straighten through the right leg. Again, option to grab your blocks. Have your hands onto your blocks. Flex the toes of the right foot towards your face and breathe. Lengthen through your spine, chest forward. Let's point the right toes and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex and stay here. Let's find cat-cow through the spine. So inhale, arch your spine, send your tailbone back. Exhale, round your spine. Good. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. 1 more. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Nice. Rebend the front knee, come forward. Remove the right block out to the side. The left block can stay under your hand on the left side. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee and inhale, sweep the right arm forward and up and then back and down, circling through the arm. Inhale, reach it forward and up. Exhale, back and down. Stay light in your left hand, so it's only there for gentle support. The majority of the weight is in your legs. Your right foot is actively pressing down into the floor. 1 more circle. Inhale. And exhale. Really nice. Grab the right block with the right hand. Place it onto the outside of the right foot. And begin to straighten through the right leg, maybe flexing the right toes towards the face. The leg doesn't have to be completely straight. Also, you could come onto the higher setting of your blocks. And rebend the knee. Look forward, lift through the chest. And again, straighten that right leg, maybe fold over the right leg. Good, let's do 3 more like that. So inhale, you drop your hips and you lift your chest. Also squeeze the left glute a little bit to find more length along the front of the left leg. And exhale, fold over the right leg. Good, 2 more. Inhale, drop the hips, lift the chest. Exhale, fold over the right leg. 1 more. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lower. Rebend the knee. Blocks come out to the sides. Plant the hands down and step the right foot back next to the left for plank pose. Really good. For today we're going to do forearm plank instead of regular plank. So lower down onto your forearms and interlace your fingers. This is our prep for headstand. So stay strong. Feel how the forearms are actively pushing down into the floor. Your hands are interlaced. You're also pushing down through the palms. Your core is engaged. Your legs are strong. Full body activation. Very good. One more breath. And with control, we'll slowly lower the belly down. Good. Point your toes. You could keep the hands interlaced or release them and have your fingers pointing forward. Inhale, find Sphinx pose. So send your heart forward in between your upper arms as you gently drag your elbows back onto the mat. So the elbows are not actually moving. You're just energetically dragging them back to find more length and more movement forward into your heart. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Your shoulders are moving down along your back. 1 more. Exhale. Really nice. Interlace your fingers if you had released them. Tuck the toes, and we're going to find a lot of engagement by returning into our forearm plank from here. So lift the knees maybe. Draw the navel in, engage the core, press into the forearms, and lift up into forearm plank. Good, super strong. Inhale. Exhale. From here, return into regular plank. Right arm down, left arm down, and send the hips back, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your left leg up to the sky. Bend your knee and open your hip. Inhale, re-extend the leg. Exhale, step the left foot forward in between your hands. Drop the back knee down, untuck the toes, and inhale, reach your arms up for low lunge. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. As you exhale, lower the hands down and straighten through the left leg. You could have your blocks under your hands for more support if you choose to do that. Flex the left toes towards the face. Take a moment. Feel the hamstring stretch here. And then let's point the left toes and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. 1 more point. Flex and stay here. Now cat-cow through the spine. So inhale, lift to the chest, arch your back. So tailbone points up to the sky. And exhale to round the spine, tailbone points down. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, cow tilt. Exhale, cat tilt. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Rebend the front knee. Come forward. You can keep the right hand on your block. Tuck the back toes and lift the back knee. Inhale. Sweep the left arm forward and up. And then circle it back and down. Inhale it forward and up. Exhale back and down. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Stay light into the right hand and actively press the left foot into the floor to engage that left glute. Final circle. Inhale and exhale. Bring the left hand into the block. Right hand is in the block as well. Maybe blocks are on the higher setting now, and we're going to straighten through the left leg and perhaps flexing the left toes towards the face. Once again, the leg does not have to be completely straight. And then we'll rebend it as we drop the hips and lift the chest. Take a moment, so feel how when you engage the right glute, the front of the right thigh starts to stretch a little bit more. Good. Inhale, proud chest. Exhale, fold as you straighten the left leg. Inhale, drop the hips, lift the chest. Exhale, fold and straighten. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Really nice. Come forward. Move the blocks out to the side. Plant the hands down and step the left foot back next to the right. Find your plank pose. And once again, we're going to drop down into forearm plank. Make your way down. Elbows under shoulders, hands are interlaced. Core is active. 1 breath in center, inhale. Exhale. Let's find side plank on the forearms. Drop the heels to the right, toes to the left. Release the left hand and place it behind your head. Right hand, the palm can ground down into the floor, so you're pressing your palm down. Good, and stay and breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Find opening through the chest as well, without allowing the hips to tilt back too much. So hips point to the side, but your chest is also proud and open here. Also pointing to the side, so you're not slumped like this. All right, back through center, transition through the middle, and then drop the hips to the left. Release the right hand, place the right hand behind your head, point your elbow to the sky, and plant the left hand down into the floor. Good. Take deep breaths, check in with the hips. Hips are square to the side, but chest also. Good. Really nice. 1 more breath. And come back through center. Find your forearm plank, inhale. And with control, exhale to release your belly all the way down onto the mat. Point your toes. Option to keep the hands interlaced or plant the hands down. And once again, find your Sphinx. Inhale, lift through the chest. Exhale, maybe drag the elbows further back down towards your waist. Option to gently press into the palms of the hands to lift the elbows off the mat. Obviously, take it easy, so feel into your back. Check in what feels good for you today. And if you took this option, keep dragging the hands back. So hands back down towards your belly button. To send the chest further forward. Keep your elbows bent and keep squeezing your upper arms towards the side body. So don't let the arms splay out. Squeeze them in and then drag them back. Okay, 1 more breath here. Inhale. And exhale with control. Release the elbows if you had lifted them. Interlace the hands, tuck the toes. Draw the navel in. Engage your core. And we'll press through the hands to lift up, not the hands, but the upper arms, forearms. You know what I mean, arms basically. Okay, so you're in a forearm plank once again. And from here, come back, regular plank. Downward facing dog. Nice. Challenging. But building upper body strength is a challenge. And that's what we need for headstand. Okay. Inhale, reach your right leg up. Bend the knee, open your hip. Inhale, re-extend the leg. Exhale, step the foot in between the hands. We'll inhale to rise up into high lunge. Good. Now we are going to find a shoulder opening here. If you need to grab the strap, maybe that would be helpful. If you don't need the strap, you don't need the strap. So see how it goes. We'll bend the right elbow and we'll sweep the left arm back behind us, turning the palm to face back, bending the elbow, and seeing if you can find the fingertips behind your back. So it looks like something like this. If you can, grab your fingertips and see if you can open through the chest, lifting the heart up. If this is not working out, you have your strap. So your strap is in the right hand, and you're draping it behind your back. Your left arm is doing the exact same thing. You're walking the arm along the strap, and you're holding the strap like this, using it to open the shoulders. If you don't have a strap, you don't need to use it. You can just literally have your hands like this, reaching towards each other behind you. Okay. Again, here we're opening the shoulders for that headstand to be able to have the arms above our head, essentially. One more breath, lift the heart. And come forward, release your hands. And we'll fall down, lower the hands down. Grab your blocks. Place them either side of the front foot. And we'll step the left foot forward, halfway along the mat, let's say. And turn the toes out. We'll do pyramid pose. Square your hips to the front. Inhale, lift your chest, find a flat back. And exhale, if it's available, fold over the right leg. Again, the right leg does not have to be completely straight. Really good job. One breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift up halfway. Bend the front knee, walk the blocks forward. We're going to come to stand on the right leg as we extend the left leg up parallel to the floor. Your blocks are under your shoulders. And you're finding this warrior 3 variation. Okay, inhale, lift through the chest and kick the left foot back behind you. Exhale, round your spine, find that cat tilt and bring the left knee towards your nose. Inhale, kick it back, extend through the standing leg as you lift your chest up and kick the left foot back. Good, and exhale. Once again, round the spine, bring the knee to your nose. 3 more like that, 5 in total. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, round and tap. Inhale, lift the chest. Kick the leg back. Exhale, round. Final time, inhale. And exhale. Good, inhale, left leg up. Option to stay here, or if you want, standing splits. Folding the chest closer to the right leg, maybe releasing the hands on the floor, kicking the left foot higher, pointing the left toes if you want. Or also, option to grab the right ankle with the right hand to assist you to fold a little bit deeper over that right leg. 2 deep breaths wherever you are. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift your chest up. And exhale, step the left foot far back on the mat. We're all going to turn to the left, to the long edge of the mat. You could grab your blocks and walk with them. Over to the left, facing the long edge of your mat. Turn the toes so they also face the long edge, and then they're turned slightly inwards. Inhale, find length in your spine, flat back. And exhale to fold on the inside, in the middle. Really good. Take a moment, breathe. This is one way where we can enter headstand from. We won't do it right now. If you want to do it, of course you can. This is your own practice. Absolutely, please go for it if you want to. But I just want to show you. So if you were to proceed for headstand, you would place your hands down like this, in between the legs. You would lower your head down, and then you would basically aim to come onto the toes of the feet, and then send the hips to align over your shoulders, and then slowly lift your legs up to the sky. This is a cool way to enter headstand, but it's not beginner level, let's say. So if you're first learning to headstand, I would not advise this particular entry necessarily as the first entry you learn. I will show you which one I think is best when you're first learning headstand, and then later you can play with this one as well. Okay, let's turn back to the front of the mat. Right toes point forward, left heel lifts up. You can place the blocks out to the side, press the ground away, and step the right foot next to the left. Straight away, lower down, forearm plank. And this time, we're going to walk the feet closer to the elbows. So it's like a dolphin pose. Good. Great way to open the shoulders and also build strength in the upper body. Hold and breathe. You can relax the head down and press the ground away through the forearms and through the hands. Really good. One more breath. And walk the feet back. Find your regular forearm plank. Inhale. And exhale, drop the belly down. Point the toes, release the hands maybe. And find Sphinx pose. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale. One more option to lift the elbows. Inhale. Exhale, lower elbows down. Interlace the fingers, tuck the toes, draw the belly in, lift up, plank or forearm plank, and now regular plank. And downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your left leg up. Bend your knee, open your hip. Inhale, re-extend the leg. Exhale, step the left foot in between your hands. We'll rise up, high lunge. We'll do that shoulder stretch once again. So if you use the strap on the first side, grab it now. This time the left arm will be bending, so staying at the top, left elbow bends. Then the right arm will be the one that sweeps out to the side and back. And then the palm of the right hand faces the back of the room as you try to catch your fingertips behind your back. Good. Take your time to set it up. If you're not able to find your hands and you can't be bothered with the strap, you can literally just be reaching like this or grabbing a hold of your clothing. Ooh, losing my balance. Okay, let's do 2 more breaths. Lean your chest back, lift your chin up. 1 more breath. Okay, come out. Release the hands. Lower them down and come forward. Grab your blocks. And we'll step the right foot further forward on the mat, turning the right toes to the side. We'll do pyramid pose. So once again, square your hips to face the front of the mat. Find a flat back and either stay here or fold over your left leg. Good. 1 more breath. Lift up halfway. Bend the front knee and come forward with the blocks. Place the blocks under your shoulders and come to stand on the left leg as you reach the right leg up to the sky. Or rather parallel to the floor with the toes flexed and pointing down. Inhale, take a moment to lift through your chest and extend the right leg back. And exhale, bend the right knee, bring it towards your nose as you round the spine. Inhale, kick the right leg back, lift through the chest. Exhale, round your spine, tap the right knee to the nose. 3 more. Inhale, expand. Exhale, round. Inhale, expand, lift the chest. Exhale, round. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale, extend, lengthen. And exhale, find standing split on the left leg. Any option you want, folding deeper over the left thigh, and maybe pointing the right toes and sending them high up towards the sky. 2 breaths. 1 more. Okay, lift up and step the right foot far back on your mat. Let's turn all the way to the right. Once again, facing the long edge of the mat. You could walk with your blocks. And inhale, once again, find the long spine, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over and in between the legs. Option to interlace your fingers behind your back and reach the knuckles up to the sky. Release the hands. Lift up halfway, turn to the left, back to the front of the mat. Place the blocks to the side. Step the left foot back next to the right. And come into your forearm plank. This is our last forearm plank. Final opportunity to build that strength before we actually practice the headstand. For this one, we're going to rock 5 times forward. So tap the chin or the nose towards your knuckles and then come back. Good, that was 1. Forward, tap. For 2. Tap. For 3. Tap. For 4. Tap. For 5. Release the belly down. Point your toes. Ooh, find your Sphinx. One more breath. And release. Lift yourself up and send your hips back into a child's pose. Okay, now I'm going to show you the headstand. We've warmed up the body amazingly, so you're prepared. Now would be a good time to place your mat next to the wall if you want to practice using the wall. So yeah, anyway, let's get to it. So basically, 2 major tips that I can give you for headstand that really helped me. Number 1, when you're interlacing your fingers, instead of interlacing them normally like you would, with the pinkies on top of each other, stack the pinkies, meaning tuck the bottom pinky under the one before it, so that when you place them on the mat, you're kind of resting on both pinkies versus just on one pinky. I think that makes a huge difference. So it's like more of a bigger surface area to rest on, basically. And also, you're not squishing your pinky. I remember I was in a lot of pain in my pinky when I was first trying it because I didn't know this trick. So yeah, again, tuck the bottom pinky behind the other one. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2, go slow. I was rushing it before when I was trying it, when I was first learning it. I was like really eager to get up there, like moving super quickly, extending the legs quickly, and then as soon as you extend the leg quickly, you roll over because you've gone too fast and you didn't have time to control the movement, like your brain didn't have time to react. So the slower you go in the beginning, the more chance you give your brain to understand what you're doing, like how you're moving your body in space, and then it can send other signals to the core or to whatever else needs to activate in order for you to control that movement. But when you're first learning it, your brain is not used to all these like quick reactions, so that's how you end up like tipping over, basically, because your brain didn't have time to send a signal to the muscle to activate and like prevent that from happening. Okay, so those are my 2 tips. Hopefully they're helpful. So to get into headstand, first find your grip, tuck your pinky, and what I like to do is I place the hands down, and I don't really measure. I mean, a lot of teachers say, yeah, grab your upper arms, and I guess that's valuable when you're first starting, but you could also just look at your own elbows and look at your shoulders, and if the elbows are under the shoulders, you're good. Avoid putting them quite wide, because if you actually experiment, you do this now, and then you like open the arms to the side, because there is skin at the bottom of the upper arm, the forearm, it kind of like moves to the side. So be a bit conservative, like put them closer together, and then when you put pressure on them, they move out a bit anyway. Okay, it's a lot of like little details, I know. And then you place your head down and you try to find that crown of the head, so the top part of the head. Another tip is start a bit further and not too much in the center, because When you first place your head, it's natural that it's a bit in front of the crown of the head. And as you come up, you kind of roll a little bit and you find the crown of the head. So start a tiny bit in front when you first place your head down. And then when you're here, this is your prep position. So your knees are down, your toes are tucked, your crown of the head is down, your forearms are down, and you're kind of experimenting, like you're seeing how this feels. I would say this is like a good way to start. Just noticing how it feels. Noticing the pressure that you're feeling on the top of your head and seeing if you can push the ground away with your forearms. So this is a good way to practice pushing the ground away, so much so that maybe you lift the crown of the head off the floor with the force that you're pushing the ground away with your arms. Okay, when you're ready to go a bit deeper, you will tuck the toes and you will lift the knees. So again, remember to push the ground away with the forearms. So this is headstand already, like you're actually on your head, hopefully not too much weight, because you're actually pressing down through the forearms. Okay, good. Your knees can be bent as well. That's why we opened up the hamstrings quite a lot, because obviously this is like a lot of hamstring flexibility. Okay, and then you're walking your feet forward towards the elbows. Good. When you're here, you could experiment with bending one knee, pointing the toes of that leg, and squeezing the leg towards your chest. And then the other leg. Good. Keep pushing the ground away. Keep breathing. If you need to take a break, you take a break and you rest in child's pose. Give yourself time to adjust. And then if you want to progress further, what you would do is you would find that position again, tuck the toes, lift the knees, walk the feet closer, bend one knee, and then see if you can come onto the tippy toes of the other foot and maybe hover the other foot off the floor. And then if that happens, you bend the other knee as well, and you're kind of in the stuck position. Hips are over knees. No, hips are over shoulders, knees are tucked, toes are pointed. Okay, if you want, slowly extend one leg up. Good. You can stay here. If you choose to, you could extend the other leg as well. Good, and you breathe. Here you're engaging the upper thighs, the inner thighs, so that the legs can stay together. Your toes are pointed and the energy is going up from the crown of the head all the way through the torso and up and out through your feet. And then to come out, bend one knee at a time or both. And slowly feet down, knees down, and you sit back and you relax. It's quite challenging to talk while you're doing it. But yeah, experiment, play with it. If you want to pause the video, try it out a few times, like see how it goes, how you feel. But the key is to like go slowly and also to push the ground away a lot. So don't let your shoulders kind of like creep up towards your ears. Even like try this now, like this is kind of retraction. It's called retraction of the shoulder blades. This is protraction. Retraction, protraction. So what you want in your headstand is to be protracting quite a lot. So when you're like with the head down and your legs are up, avoid this kind of sinking of the shoulders like this. Push the ground away and draw the shoulders away from the ears. So away from the ears. That creates more strength. Okay, good job. Quite tricky. Yeah, I hope you tried it. I hope you experimented a little bit. I hope you will keep working on this because it's quite fun. And it's fun to be able to go upside down during the flow, like for example, in that wide-legged fold or any other time you feel like it, basically. And you feel like a badass, you know? But again, it's just a posture, right? It's just yoga. Like, it doesn't make you a better person. You're not a better person. Your life is not more in order. You're not happier necessarily or anything like that if you can do headstand. Like, it's just the ego that feels satisfied, but in fact, that doesn't actually equal anything meaningful in your life, you know? It's more of an opportunity for self-study. Like, what can you learn through the journey of learning headstand? Maybe that you're rushing, like I was rushing when I was first learning it. I was like rushing and eager to get up there. Maybe you're learning perseverance, that you're capable of consistently working towards something or a goal, to achieve a goal, like just notice what is it actually teaching you about yourself. Okay, let's find a forward fold. Extend your legs forward, coming to sit down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Relax completely over your legs. Let the head relax as well. 2 breaths. Lift back up. Bend the knees. Plant your feet hips width apart. Place the hands behind your hips with the fingers pointing towards your hips. And we'll come into reverse tabletop. Lift your hips up. Lift up through the chest. Look up to the ceiling, or maybe drop your head back if it feels good for you. Expanding through the shoulders, through the front body. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale, slowly release your hips down. Extend your arms forward and round through the spine to come all the way down to your back. Option to bring the soles of your feet together and open your knees out wide for butterfly, Baddha Konasana legs. Place one hand on your belly and the other hand on your heart. And take a few moments of stillness here. Finding gratitude and appreciation for yourself for taking this challenge on today to work on your headstand, to work on balancing upside down, to build strength, coordination, stability, and to learn a new skill or to master a skill that's already familiar to you. Take a moment to acknowledge the lessons that you can learn from this practice. And allow yourself to completely relax and surrender here. Slowly close the legs, bringing your knees together. Maybe give your legs a big hug, squeezing them in. Release the legs and make your way into a comfortable seated position. Find a tall spine. And we'll inhale to sweep the arms out to the side, expand through your chest, reach the arms up to the sky. And exhale, lower the hands in front of your heart. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this headstand vinyasa practice. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had some fun. Maybe you got your headstand, maybe you didn't. Maybe you tried something new and you're like, whoa, this was cool. Maybe you're like, oh, this was like intense. No matter what you're feeling, just embrace it, notice it, acknowledge it, and find gratitude for yourself for taking the time to move and breathe and experience something new. Okay, thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye.